Hey guys, it's Mark from Migraine Professional here. And so today I want to talk about how all the different symptoms that we experience are connected. And so it's very common that people will come to me and they'll say, oh, like I have migraines. I need something for my migraines. But what we need to understand is that all the different symptoms that we're experiencing are all telling us something about the different systems that are affected, and they point us in the direction of what the root causes of what's going on, and what actually might be the system that's compromised that's leading to the inflammation that's affecting our brain. So what happens is that we have all these different nerves, and they connect to the brain. And if they're stressed, and if they're sending signals of stress, they can actually create inflammation in the brain. So what happens, if, for example, if we have a hormonal issue, during that time of the month when our menses come around, our estrogen and progesterone drop, and this stress from all these hormones dropping and our inability to cope with them is enough for our inflammation to skyrocket. Our body gets really upset, and then inflammation is triggered in the brain, and it responds, and we get those really sensitive triggers. We get that what are called menstrual migraines. But really what's going on is that the body and the sort of the total load on the body is affecting the brain in that way. So the same thing happens with food sensitivities. If we're eating a food that we are sensitive to, or a food that's damaging our gut, because of the really strong connection between our gut and our brain, when our gut gets inflamed, it inflames our brain as well, and then it can trigger off that migraine reaction. It can set us off on that whole cascade of the predrome, the aura, the migraine, and the postdrome, and the entire cascade of having to deal with all the different issues that come with the pain, the brain fog, the exhaustion, things like that. So it's really important to understand, even though we might have some PMS and think, oh, everyone has PMS, that's completely normal. Or we might think, oh, we eat this food and, it's kind of upsetting our digestion, but, that's really common, it happens, whatever. Or, our energy's kind of low, it's usually pretty low. We kind of have some brain fog maybe, or all these tiny little symptoms are actually pointing to the systems that are having issues that can be sort of projecting their stress into our brain. So it's important to kind of see the body as a whole, because everything is connected and everything talks to itself in the body. So our nervous system, it has a sense of perception. It's called nociception. And so nociception is basically our nervous system's way of understanding stress. And so the more stress that builds up in our body, because our nervous system is connected to every single thing in our body, it controls everything. It's sort of like the master regulator. So if our nervous system, if the level of nociception climbs to a certain point, our nervous system will think, oh, we're in danger, something's going on, we're not safe, there's a damage going on in our body. And so then our nervous system reacts, and our nervous system is our brain, it's our spinal cord, it's all our different nerves. So it reacts and it creates inflammation, because inflammation, it's a way for our body to heal, to fix the problem and to heal itself. But what happens is that when this process of inflammation is constantly triggered, it's constantly being activated, it can actually start creating more damage than it's fixing. Then it won't, if the problem isn't being resolved at the root, whatever it is, whether it's leaky gut, or a hormonal imbalance, or a mitochondrial dysfunction, or some kind of infection, or whatever, nutritional deficiencies, whatever's going on, then the inflammation will continue and it will actually start damaging our tissues and create even more stress on the system. So we need to understand that migraines are a whole body issue. They need to be looked at as a whole body issue if we want to kind of address them. So let me know what you think. Do you see how different symptoms are going on in your body that kind of connect to your migraines? Do you see different flares in your body, maybe separate conditions, things that are labeled separate, that are kind of seem to be connected with the migraines? Let me know in the comments below and share with someone who might benefit.